go.
Love are you or something.
We are on. Excuse me. Oh no, I see.
Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't need to adjust your television sets. This is Ptah Shakur. I'm in with Peace Eloheem for the most powerful all hours, the hour of power. We're going to do our due diligence. We're going to give about a minute or so for everybody to get situated. I'm going ahead and share this to particular Facebook pages and such. Make sure that this information gets out for all those that need to hear it. This is December 6, 2023, recording here live from the WR Right Rose Community Television studios. I'll put this on my page. We'll pop it on yours?
Yes sir.
Boom, boom, boom. So get everybody, get your popcorn, get your candy, get everything ready. Get your Mikey Nikes.
Yeah. Shout out to Grand Falloon. Shout out to YAWFL. Shout out to Brother Sharif.
Sure. Yeah, if it weren't for Sharif, none of this would be possible.
Right.
We say, if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap stuff would never be going on. So tell me where you from.
So,
Let's share this on my page here.
we gotta do that too. That music, we ain't finished that music list. I was thinking about that today. I started to call you, tell you about that.
Y'all see what I'm representing today? See my
Wu-Tang.
Representing the Wu. We Wool affiliates. For anybody out there that has actually I'm on my Facebook page. This is a RZA, Robert Diggs.
Yes.
His son. You know, I'm trying to get a message on out for anybody who's Wu related. To let them know that the impact of the music that they put out. You know, the fingers is branching out to individuals like us. So if we get blessings on high from the non-gods, if they can share a little like and subscribe, throw this on their pages.
Wu-Tang forever.
Wu-Tang forever. Wu-Tang's for the babies, and that goes around.
Wu-Tang for the kids.
Man, listen. So that's going to be topic of the conversation that we're going to delve into a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and start, like I always do, with my little intro, let you know a little bit about what I'm about. Warning, disclaimer, the information you hear may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you. That's fine, it's all good. God is in everything. And also, another disclaimer, the information you're about to hear for the next 30 seconds may come off very egotistical, may come off very, very arrogantly, but I gotta let people know why it's important that these words that is being expressed need to be heeded too. So, I am the omnipresent, all-powerful protecting agency that's governing this here mind-body complex. I am the illumination, creating heaven on earth as we speak. I am invincible. I am the presence of divine harmony. I am always connected with the frequency of the heart of God. And I now bring forth the solutions to change myself and the world. I am limitless. I am the open door which no man can shut. I am the almighty God, mighty presence, source in action. In short, I'm your brother. Shorter, I'm you. I'm a catalyst for change. I'm a role model, youth advocate, transformational life coach, Reiki teacher, entrepreneur, spiritual guide, and channel. I'm a rebel here to uninstall cowardlessness. Ptah Shakur seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are being orchestrated by the elitists who seek control over you and I, and their end game is near. I intend to promote nothing but love, light, education, motivation for all those seeking to understand the current cosmic changes that's pulsing in every animate and inanimate being at that time. Even you that's listening out there, you're feeling the full effects of this. I'm a dangerous man to those elites and their shadow governments that's been corrupting the world since the 1950s. And for anybody who's willfully participating in your own energetic enslavement, this ain't for you. Go ahead and change the channel. There's multiple things to check on out. We'll see you another time. But if you want to be enlivened, you want to have motivation, you want to actually be aware of what's going on this time, I recommend you stay tuned and share this with people that you love in your family. For those who identify as feminine, we need you. We need your vision. We need your energy to correct the ills that is caused by the imbalance in creation. For those who identify as masculine, whatever your title is, whatever your letters is, we need you to join me with this mindset. We will rather die like a man rather than live like a coward. And we want to have everybody step to the plate to protect the human family. To all my what we at, 85 now? I got to check it. 85, yeah, we took a little jump. 85 YouTube subscribers.
That's a 9 people jump.
For sure.
G
Remember that you all are eternal beings with forever being a fraction of eternity. You are beautiful, powerful, love-like children of the most divine grid programmer. To all the hooded youth, we love you. We was once the hooded youth. We had our pants sagging. We looked at the world like it was crazy, just like you. But I just want to let all y'all understand, we love you, even though my generation has let you down. The generation before has let you down. The buck stops here. I'm asking any able-bodied man or woman over the age of 30, I promise you, you got a gift. You got knowledge to share with these youth. Let's all come together and unlock the greatness that is inside of their chest. To all my star seeds, wanderers, indigo children, angelic souls, we are the new founding fathers. And I'm asking everybody, they can hear the sound of my voice, I'm asking you to unite. First of all, get that unconditional love for yourself. Clean your mindset up. Understand that your body is a tremendous technology. What it is that even the cells in your body, the way that they cell divide and the way that they even respond to illnesses in your body before you even cognitively awake. You have a wonderful body that actually you have a relationship with the universe. You can manifest what it is that you have in this mind. I don't even know if we haven't been taught how to do it. Trust me, you are superheroes. And so I'm asking everybody to understand that about themselves. Whatever the weaknesses that you have in yourself, we all God. Don't forget about that. You are God that I'm talking to right now. Find that unconditional love that's radiating in your chest. Give a small smidgen of that to the reflections that are walking around in physical flesh, masquerading as your fellow human beings. And I don't know if I need to say this, but I would never hurt myself. I would never kill myself. I'm a happily married family man. I want to be a role model. I want to be a role model. I want to put myself in a point where young people pattern myself, and I'm looking to give my love light to the world. So I'm asking everybody, get tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the most powerful hour, the hour of power that you sitting here tuned in right now. So that's my little intro. What's going on, God? I love you, bro.
You know how it is, man. Another day above ground.
Another day above ground. Man, listen, I got a smile on my face.
Word, what's the smile for?
Smile just comes from knowledge.
Word.
You know, just understanding the time that we living in. This is the time that all scriptures and scrolls talked about. Talking about the return of the Mahdi, the Christ-like consciousness, the 3D, 5D split. But we have bad days.
Yes, we all do.
We hear some news that, like Jay-Z say, here's some news that messed up my day. You kind of throws you off kilter, but then you gotta make sure you tap in to the understanding of what this 3D matrix is all about. Right. What I'm speaking about, we had here locally in York, Pennsylvania, we had a tragedy that took place with our young people. Now listen, I've started my little talk and said I'm a youth advocate.
Right.
I see older individuals walking around the face of the earth. You can make mistakes all you want. You can take this information that's being shared. You can take it or leave it alone. I don't care. But when you the youth, that's when it hits a sore spot. So, long story short story long, young individual, still the information is coming out. There was some type of altercation going on outside of the high school there.
Is that up the one up by Penn Park?
Yeah, something up in the Penn Park. I'm still gathering facts and figures. So anybody that's on there, if you got any type of information, we want to spread love and light. We don't want to keep this doom and gloom. We want to find solutions to create a situation where this world is changed. We don't have these type of things. We have a young individual. Correct me if I'm wrong, this call-in number should be on the bottom of the screen. Go ahead, 717-846-5066.
What's tragic? What you mean tragic? The fatal or what?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I just got the call. You know, my son goes to York High.
I'd like to send my condolences out to that family, man. You're planning for the holidays, and now you got to plan for something like this.
Facts.
How long was the little
14. Maybe I can pull it up on here. Like I said, you get
guy, little kid, boy, boy, girl.
I don't know.
Cause these little girls is out here rolling harder than some of these dudes out here.
Facts, for sure. So all I know, what it kind of popped up is it was an altercation going on. I had an early dismissal today. One, it was stabbings.
Whoa.
I know
it takes a lot of heart, man, to stab somebody, bro.
Matter of fact, here we go right here.
Okay.
14-year-old killed.
Still a baby, man.
3 other teens injured in a fight at the park.
Wow. Were they all rallied up and met at Penn Park? Inside the park. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Like I said, we being a youth advocate, being a youth education director.
I know that got a hit.
I mean, because you see, kid, I tell kids, I recently received, all praises due, I received a award from the Christmas Science Association for my interactions with the youth.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry I missed that, man. I ain't had no way over there.
That's all good. That's all
Still
good.
got to come pay homage.
But even in my speech that I did when I got the award, you know, I was saying, don't take for granted these rec halls, the Salvation Army. Shout out to Tavon Parker. Shout out to who's the bro to Gold. It's a plenty of them. I'm sorry if I leave you out. Jeff Beard. You understand that those gyms that you're in, the kids come in there. It might just look like a gym, you know, for the regular eyeballs. But if you look, a lot of, even in play, organized play, you know, play is synonymous with clay. You know what I'm saying? Clay is what you use to mold.
For the mold to make a shape or make something out of it.
So a lot of our young people, you know, they sit there for 8 hours or whatever. And of course, you learn some facts and figures. You learn some stuff from school. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm a real proponent that the school system got to change. But on another note, when they come to these after-school programs, there's a lot of learning that's done on those fields, on those football fields. Shout out Coach Ross. Ooh, now I get to what I'm going to talk to in a little bit.
Coach Carr.
Coaches that's out there understand that this ain't just playing. Kids are learning social, emotional skills. They're learning leadership skills. You know, they're learning how to transgress through adversity and things of that nature. So it's no small deal when they're doing things like that in the form of sports. And so if you got a parent, if you're a parent out there, we need to celebrate our youth. Bring the pageantry.
I know, and the coaches too. Try to celebrate the coaches to take that time and, you know what I mean, because they're not getting paid for it, some of these coaches. They're not getting paid for it, and they out here sacrificing a lot of home time. Nobody time away from their family.
A lot of home time.
I try to get a coach to come on here, but you know what I mean, all due respect, he called himself a foot soldier. He don't want to be on the media, social media and stuff.
We definitely love and respect you. So like I said, parents, you know, get your kids involved in that pageantry. I'll share a little quick example. There at the Christmas Addicts, most people know they got a gym. You know, everybody, we've all been through the gym.
All been there, yes.
So you know, the students that go there, they see the gym. They don't want to just be playing some 21. You want to get some real instruction, like how to set pick, how to help your teammate. You know, that overall team mentality. So when you start to build and you understand, as a young person, you start to build that team mentality that spills over in your community.
Yeah, and then your job and your work ethics and everything.
Your work ethic is extremely.
Yes.
Man, I remember I had 6 packs back in the day messing around with Coach while I was doing them 6 inches.
Oh, man.
It was looking good.
Coach Bo Simmons. Shout out to Coach Bo too.
You gotta push yourself. And parents out there, I understand. I don't know. When we had parents, they would push you.
Yes.
And understand that when you push your young person, even if you see the pain and the difficulty on their face, they're gonna thank you later. When they get in their 40s, they wanna see that as a blessing. So all that 6 inches, all that physical pain that you put
pays
in,
off in the marathon.
certainly do. And so even with that, like I said, just going and playing football with somebody and it's us against them. I always love when York High, we play against Harrisburg or we play against doo-doo-doo-da-da-da, whatever the team is. It's us versus them. You know what I mean? So when you build that camaraderie, you go to war with that man next to you.
That's all like that York High Bearcats versus everybody, man.
Yeah. And then when you see him on the street or whatever, then you have a little bit of compassion and love for your brother, because that was your soul. That was who you went to war with on that physical domain of the sports domain. It definitely spills out. I'm a big proponent of youth sports, and I promise you, as we start to expand that even more, and like I said, what about the pageantry thing? This will go back to what I was saying about the Christmas Addicts. When they come out, got the microphone coming out, 6'2" from Southside.
That's South.
They come on out and let them do the Gertie, you know, let them bust through, get a little paper mache joint together.
Yeah.
Out there. Go ahead and get a smoke machine. They got them at a Party City for like $45. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let them know. And even if you're a parent, be out there. You know, I don't care if you out there with your slippers on and whatever. And
with your rollers in your hair.
It don't matter. You come out, you might smell like some.
That's back in our day.
You know what I'm saying?
Come out with the rollers in the hair and them slippers.
Now it's different. Now you come out with the Uggs, you smell like loud.
Yeah.
But that's all good. Come on, you might
Still
get this.
out.
You got this stench on you. This all good. Come out and support your kids. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, when they look up and they see you in the raffles.
Oh man, that makes you even play better.
Yeah. Turn over for the kids. And so, even on that note,
That's right. That's how. So you're going to go into this like your car.
Your car. This is
so say your car versus everybody, man. And I like what you probably leading into with my man Coach Glover.
Coach Glover, I just want to give a shout out. He was actually on the newspaper twice. I didn't catch the other one. I remember it's in the front page.
Man, I like what he's doing, man. I love what he's doing, man. He's turning that whole your car girls basketball. Remember, they used to be a little laughing stock. Then you had a couple little years sprinkled in here and there. You know what I mean? It might have been like 4 people in the stands. Yeah. You know what I mean? You had more people at the volleyball games than you might even had at the girls' basketball games back then.
Right.
And now with him coming in, and then within this short period of time,
I think the first game they stomped Harrisburg.
Yeah, that's what I was getting into. What that article about, man?
No. Yeah, my bad.
And they stopped the mother on that.
67-20.
Come on, Harrisburg.
Come on. Some of y'all see that's like, I'm a York car. I went to York car. I remember every time we go up against Harrisburg, you just, in the back of your mind, like, I hope it's close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
guys and the girls.
And if it ain't close, then you know somebody gonna be in there fighting.
You know we don't get along, man. I don't know I don't even know. I wish somebody could call in like an old head, like somebody like a Tubbs or even a shout out to Eric Mann Sr. You know what I mean? I know Mr. Mann could call in and give us an explanation of why Harrisburg and York don't like each other. It's like still to this day. We can still go to their nightclubs and they'll be alright. But we go to a sporting event. Oh my! I forget that you was just in the nightclub with each other the night before. So
shoot, I'll tell you why. Because we was always losing to them. It's like we would be.
That's that mid pen ball back in the day.
This is when it was a little bit more segregated with the schools too.
Yeah, it seems like don't they got a William Penn up there too?
Yeah, they got.
And then we got a William Penn down. What's a William Penn everywhere in PA?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I forgot about what I was just saying.
I remember having that vibe, seeing.
I had a brain fart there.
Harrisburg, you hear them. Plus, they be on the news and they win championships. So to me at that time, when York played Harrisburg and Still High, it was like a measuring stick. Like, okay, now he went from little league to big league. So that's my person. If you got thoughts out there about your car, I don't want to give a shout out.
One of the OGs, man, to call up in here and learn us, man.
I know y'all be listening.
Yeah. I see the comments of some of the OGs and. Man, I know Mr. Man. He got especially when they used to play in the when they used to have them little football leagues back in the day, like the My Car or somebody. They had that little football team, and then they'll go out there and play Harrisburg and come home and they got scuffles on their knuckles and somebody might got a missing tooth and you know what I mean. Gang was real back then. Man,
what you want to see though in football though? You want to see some emotion from the
right on.
You know what I mean? You don't just take, you know what I mean? And that kind of goes into some of the stuff that I'm going to speak to like a little bit later on, is understanding the difference between temporary defeat and permanent failure.
Ooh, I like how you said that.
Temporary defeat. Now you can play a game and give it all you got. You
come on the short end of the stick.
And you come up short. Then what you got to do?
I gotta go back to the film room. I'm gonna go research and know, see where our rights and wrongs, our pros and the cons, what helped us score more, where did we lack on the defense. Like I'm gonna go hit that film room and I'm gonna break everything down so that following next game, cause you're only good as your last game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, so leave that. That's past. You gotta have a short memory. Mm-hmm. So you leave that to the past and move on, go to get ready for that next game so then you can take all your frustration and all the mistakes you learned from and then beat that next team.
For sure. You just said it right there. and this is the message that I'm going out to the youth as well. In every temporary defeat, we talking about sports, then we're going to flip it into broader scope.
You can turn this sports into life.
There's a seed of victory in every defeat. Even to the point of like you said, oh man, I need to get my endurance up. Oh, I need to when I'm playing this particular guy, when I'm a cornerback in my stance. And shout out to all the coaches to make sure you take that energy, because we was young people, right? When you lose games or whatever, you just throw your helmet. You be like, I ain't playing this game no more. It's not going down.
Some of the players used to cry. I'm not gonna say no names, but some players used to cry when them losses. That's how serious that competitiveness come out of you.
You know, like one of my favorite players that's under, and we talking about basketball a little bit, one of my favorite NBA basketball players that's under the radar, Kevin Garnett.
He ain't under no radar, but not under my radar. Let me say that. He's my man Kevin Cheeseburger, by here, they used to call us walking ESPNs. Kevin Garnett was always on that radar, because we used to always have them debates, who was better, him or Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Kevin Garnett, you got to think, when he went to the Timberwolves, who was running the Timberwolves back then? That was Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
Kevin McHale played for all that Boston squad, and Charles Barkley's sister, Charles Barkley said Kevin McHale is the best power forward to ever play the game, and I was like, whoa. And he doesn't get no backlash, no slack, so I mean, people must agree with him, because Kevin McHale used to come out, shoot that weird-looking jump shot.
Weird, and
you know what I mean? But he had the Chief. Yeah, that's why they call him the Chief. Always looking mad. But yeah, man, Garnett was always on the radar.
Mold him.
But you know, don't guys did karate though too, martial arts.
Who did karate?
The Chief. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, Robert the Chief. When I say Robert, that's Robert Parrish to people that don't know. Yeah. When I say the Chief, Robert Parrish, he was like a something black belt. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like Will Chamberlain.
He was in a Bruce Lee movie.
Yes, he matter of fact, like my shirt. You know what I mean? Like my shirt. Your boy Kareem had a shirt with him, long leg out, and he got Bruce Lee. And he had Bruce Lee like in the stance. And I said, y'all want that shirt because I love shirts and socks, man. So yes, matter of fact, Kareem had it on. I think when LeBron broke the. In my phone, I might got the picture, cause
scoring record?
When he broke the scoring record thing, I think he even had the shirt on. While you talking, I'm gonna look it up while you talking.
Yeah, let me finish what I was saying. But yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense that he was molded under the Kevin McHale.
Right.
Very underrated. But this is my story about KG, because he was a little hood, little street, little real.
I love his passion.
He's told this story. Now, remember, he was in Boston Celtics.
Remember Paul Pierce and Ray Allen and Rondo.
He was telling the story about, what's his name, Big Baby. Was it Glenn?
Right, yeah, Glenn Davis, yes.
He was saying that Glenn Davis had just came onto the team or whatever, and they was just playing just a random game, right? He was a little bit of an OG at that time. Kevin Durant, he was probably in the league maybe 8-9 years or whatever. And so this young boy, the Big Baby or whatever, he was hot. He was missing. The game was, they was losing the game. He's on the sideline just bawling, crying. And then he went up to KG, went up to him. He said, "Yo, I mess with you, young boy, because you leave it out there. You got it all. You don't try to." He basically has it all on his sleeve. He wears the heart on his sleeve.
Yes, I love that.
I love players like that, like Russell Westbrook. They may be a little bit a-holes or whatever, but they got that self-confidence that you need.
They're confident, polite a-holes.
Yeah.
That's what somebody called me out of flag football family. And I looked at that and I said, you know what? I like that. You know what I mean? And then I said, at least you think of me as something.
Yeah. That's that Steve Smith.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So even with our youth, we talking about youth and the athletics and things of that nature. You'll have different type of personality. You get some people that's hot-headed and things. As a coach, you got to have a real keen eye to know how to channel that energy.
Yes.
Don't just shut it down and be like, okay, do.
Turn that negative, channel that energy from a negative to a positive, and come out on top on what you come trying to prove to people. So,
like I said, it's very, very important because we ain't coming here, like I said, I ain't want to spend the whole time and we talk about the doom and gloom. It's about solutions. If somebody got a solution out there as far as with this youth violence, please call in, text in.
Man, we need it, man.
Sharif is monitoring the page as well. I'm gonna try to hop on my page. We need solutions. We don't need to keep having meetings. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I did say my disclaimer in the beginning. Warning, the things you're going to hear is going to be genuinely for me and my thoughts and opinions. You got a problem with it, that's your fault. So, what I'm saying is that we don't have the time to talk about, and just understand the power of mathematics. Whatever you focus on, that's what you magnify. So we're not going to keep talking about things in the negative. We're going to talk about things that's positive. We're going to talk about solutions. Like I said, sports. And even how I was saying about taking the seed of failure and finding a positive lining in that can then orchestrate even in school, in your classroom. What do I mean by that? You might be a young person. I might be sharing a little about myself. My Yorkai experience. You know, you might go and somebody might clown you. We used to have things back in the day. We used to have cutting. Or we called it cutting, right?
Yes, that's what
Jonesing, cutting. I think old people call it jonesing. Somebody with this, man, I heard the most disrespectful things. I went, shout out to the OG. I went to school. I came in the 9th grade. We had Mark DeShields, Devin.
Big Dev. Barry Mingo and all them guys there, man.
I was in a class, no lie. I was in like in a level. I was kind of smart a little bit, so I was in a level whatever English, and I actually shared a class with the OGs. I was a freshman, and I was scared to death in that class. Them dudes used to go and just rip everybody apart. But even in that, I had to develop a thick skin. So this is what I'm saying to you young people. You gotta develop a thick skin sometimes. Somebody say something, you come to school funky.
Ooh.
You come to school funky. Now I don't know what led to this particular tragedy at Penn Park, but I do know things get out of hand.
Sorry about that.
You know, somebody say, hey, yeah, you stink, da 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 da. Well, you get emotional, and you da 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 do do. Next thing you know, words are words, and then you outside, and next thing you know, you got somebody on the ground. Back in the day, we would just do it with the hands primarily. But even in that, take the seed. Sometimes you gotta take a loss. Okay, well, shoot. Let me go ahead and stop by our sons and daughters and get some wonderful body oils. You know what I mean? Just constantly kind of think, how can I take this as a learning experience and make myself better? Step your game up. Step your clothes up. Tell your mom that you know what I mean? Get a little style. Somebody make fun of your shoes. You got holes in your shoes. Go get a little part-time job.
Word.
Go rake. There's plenty to go. Go get hooked up with my man Tavon Parker. Go ahead and cut some grass. Next thing you know, take that. I'm not saying take that negative and just swallow it like, oh, okay, like also punk. We used to call that being a punk.
Yeah.
Nah, take that. I'm like Kobe. Real loud, Kobe would find things to be offended at. He would look through newspapers. If somebody said, "Oh, Kobe's slipping." Oh, please don't say that.
Come on, man. They got the shorts mentality, man. Mama mentality. That's what they call it.
Mama mentality.
Remember Matt Boys? Remember when Kobe was sitting there? He said out of bounds, man. Matt Boys took the ball and was like, "Yo, Kobe just stood there." Oh, excuse me. He just stood there, kept on looking.
Right.
Just kept on. I said, "Yo, he ain't no way flinch. He ain't do nothing."
People, they built different. I don't know what the reasoning being is, but understand if you a real man out there. Let me say what I mean by that.
What you mean, fam?
What I mean by that, when I say a real man, because what I mean is when we need to share. For one, we started the show. I love you. Love
back.
You know what I mean? The ability to say I love you to another man, that's your brother, that's a part of you. That's we against us. You understand, you can fast forward, go back 100 years at this time, walking the streets of York.
Remember how I do? You know what's so weird to get back on that? How we connected though. Remember just walking through the market? Mm-hmm. You was chilling, bumped into you, ain't seen each other in years, and boom, it was like, yo, come through, and ever since then, I've been here ever since. I give you praise too, man. You put me in a position of this. Hey, man.
But it all comes from love, though.
Yes, sir.
When you have that unconditional love for yourself, you gotta understand. You gotta reverse the trick knowledge.
Yes.
You gotta understand that in our music and in our movies and things, we were taught to hate ourselves.
That's the science. That's the science that they try to.
What Kanye say? They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why Shorty's hollering where the ball is at. So think about that. They made us hate ourselves.
And the white man get paid off for all of that.
Facts. To this minute. Yeah. So when you start to kind of reverse the trick knowledge and realize that, man, when you develop that love for yourself, then you will automatically develop love for your brother, and you wouldn't even try to come at him in any type of negatively type of realm. So that's what I mean as far as romance. If you have that ability, if they have that love for yourself and the love for your brother, like I'm saying, you can fast forward 100 years in York, Pennsylvania, all the black people, you was in an area. You know, and a lot of that energy, and shout out, because I grew up around old. I was always around old.
Yes, I was always around. I was always the youngest and everything. Right, I was always the youngest, even in the family. I'm the baby of my, you know what I mean, my first of our generation. You know what I mean, with Billy and my cousins and all that. So brothers and sisters. So it's like. So being a black at that time, it was camaraderie. Because it's like it's us. All we got is us. So now you fast forward, you know, because of, you know, we got a little bit of money now. People got money now, and that whole. Matter of fact, you can even take it back to Black Wall Street. Which one? The one that in Tulsa? Tulsa, and then remember down in Durham too, North Carolina. You know what I mean? You gotta think, man. Tulsa was everything. That was black essence. You know what I mean? The doctors, like the doing everything, all that business. People look, do your research on that Black Wall Street, and I ain't talking about.
You see that in the school book.
Yeah, I ain't talking about what Black Wall Street ran by Game, the rapper Game. You know what I mean? I'm talking about look up the real Black Wall Street, and then see how rich they were too. Like
it'll blow your mind.
Then they burnt it down to a crisp, man.
I think there was areas in even the story about how in New York City, that the Central Park, Seneca Village, you know, there was certain pockets where, you know, black people, we came together. Now I don't even know the race and ethnicity.
Wu-Tang talk about that. They talk about that, how the stole Manhattan and all that stuff on the one song. I think it's Reunited on the double LP.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out. It's the first song I thought when Papa Wu talks.
I know that's on Reunited, double LP, Rolling Sound, Stretch of Mats in the Underground.
Yeah, remember when Old Dirty comes on? When Indians stole my grandfather jumped up and got knocked straight to the cookout.
That's what you
that's the song, Wu-Tang, that's Angela Yee too, mind you, from the Breakfast Club.
She's on the song?
On her show All the Way Up. That's her. Angela Yee, she did her extern with Wu-Tang. RZA. She got that's why I like Angela Yee, because she did with Sway, you know what I mean, on Sirius radio. And then she did her extern, excuse me, on with Wu.
Gotcha. But yeah, let me go ahead. I got some other things we gotta get into. But like I said, that camaraderie, that united type of energy that we once had, youth nowadays, they don't know nothing about it. So if you're an older person, you got it in your mind, you got it from your memory banks. You gotta share that with them to let them know they got more in common, you know, than they think. And that way, I believe some of these type of altercations and things, you will have a little bit more. Okay, that's my brother. Okay, you clowning me. Okay, everybody laughing at me. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one instead of just it's over for you. Because like I said, if you don't have respect for yourself, there's no way you're gonna respect that man outside yourself. And I blame the music. I blame
TV shows, movies. I think it's really that trap music, man. Trap music is like that death metal.
So we doing our part. So if you support the real, go ahead and we need to hear from you. I know you out there, but understand this. Oh, there was a Martin Luther King said this in his speech. Go Google this. A time to break the silence. And in this particular thing, and shout out to Mr. Kirkland, because we had a MLK celebration 2 years ago.
Mr. Kirkland's deep too.
I knew nothing about this. I knew nothing about this speech. You hear it, you know, I have a dream. You hear blah 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 blah. This particular speech with Martin Luther King, he kind of set up. He was just like, yo, the time for silence is over. if you see something going on in your community and it's your indifference, you're keeping your mouth shut. And I'm just gonna worry about me. Understand who would say, well, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You feel me? I'm gonna say that again. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. So if you think that, you know, the situation is going to improve themselves, if you got this knowledge and wisdom to share, you're going to keep it to yourself. When you get older, you're going to die away. Who you going to pass it to? You got Jews. You got Jews out there. So share it with the youth so they can understand the camaraderie that exists, so they can love themselves, so they can love each other. Then we can see less and less situations dealing with that. On a whole nother point, got to take a somber a little bit. Now, Harry Cologne. You know, I know some people that may be here in York. I'll be honest with you, I have a little bit of a story just from my interactions. You know, he reached out. I really didn't know him too well.
Harry, you talking about Harry O? Harry Cologne?
Yeah.
Did the music?
He passed.
When he passed?
Nah, yeah. He passed like 2-3 days ago.
I didn't even know Harry passed away. Oh yes, I'm so sorry about that to the Cologne family. Erica, the kids and his sons and them took over for a little the music stuff and stuff.
So I've just been observing from the different people that he's reached out and touched. You know, close people of mine. You know, that he was definitely a person about the people and about you know doing some tremendous change, being a role model. You know, he was always a quiet man. Every time I see him, every time I go up in the music store or whatever, but his impact is felt. Rest in power, you know, shout out. Anybody want to call in and kind of share some stories about the gentleman? I'm open. I would like to hear, to be honest with you.
Rest in glory, man. Rest in glory, Harry, man. I'm sorry about that. I forgot about that.
No, that's all good. So, and also we kind of want to mention, even on that same note, because one of the people that was kind of close to them was Bridget. I don't forget what her last name. I'm trying to look it up here on Facebook. Here on Sunday, December 10th, out at Arsenal Road, there's a cannabis health and information and education festival. Now, I ain't. You can go there and do whatever you want with my cannabis or whatever. I'll be one of the speakers there. You know, coming in there and speaking about the same ideas that I always speak about unity, about us actually, you know, coming together and educating ourselves and coming to love and light. So, you know, that crowd appears to be a crowd that is, you know, at least open, you know, to some of the ideas of making change into this particular community. So I'm gonna be there holding it down, spreading love and light. That's gonna be on the Sunday, December 10th on the Arsenal Road. I try to get a little background and kind of flip it up there, but that ain't take place. Dang, I do got something to flip up on there. What else I got? Would you be able to flip the screen up, Sharif? Dang, you don't even know what screen I'm talking about.
This is the precious thing about live TV, live and uncut.
Yeah, I just want to switch this little background up.
Yeah, man, take time. I mean, I'm taking time because we're on a short little bit of time.
Yeah, that right there, and hit the eyeball.
Yeah, man.
And then hit the eyeball for the Ptah Shakur when you scroll up. Yeah,
see this shirt, man. My man Jacob gave me this shirt.
There you go. Thank you.
Buried the hatchet.
That's a cool shirt right there. What's the story behind that?
I don't know, my man. You know, baby. You know, I listen to all music.
Got it.
And my buddy, because it's a message and everything, and then my boy was talking about. They went to a show, it was a celebration on their with this rock group. And he gave me this shirt. Blessed me with this shirt. Toy machines.
I feel.
Buried the hatchet.
So I just want to kind of let you know, we were scheduled to have a young man named Amir on the program. Unfortunately, he was feeling kind of under the weather, but we look to have him and maybe possible Jay Beard up in here too. It would be wonderful. We want, like I said, I've been saying this for a while. We want to have you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jay Beard said he's on for it, and yes, him and Amir, that'd be nice. That'd be something different. Two people.
We want to have youth on. I know he's listening right now. As well as the bro that's down at the Patasko Market for this shirt. I know he's watching on right now. I told you I was gonna rock this shirt.
It's my spot, man. I love that, man. I love that spot.
So, but the youth, the bro, he came through the Christmas Saturday charter school. Bright eyes, sharp mind, respectful to a T. You know what I mean? And we got some of the young men out there, and so we want to highlight them. So he's gonna be on the show next Wednesday, and we're gonna hit him with some questions. I'm gonna hit him some questions about Central York Book Ban. Now, listen, I've been a lot.
When they banned all them books, them black books and stuff.
They still trying to do some book ban.
I thought they brought that back.
Yeah, like I said, I stay up on the news a little bit. But when we have these meetings and these think tanks about the future of where Europe goes, I've been in them rooms. And I'm not that young, but I'll be the youngest one in the room. So I'm looking in there like gray hair.
I tell you, the country and everything is all by great grandparents. You know what I mean? Remember I joked about that the other week. There's nobody young in there, so it's like it's always gonna be like a pinto.
I see this.
Remember the code? Cancel the pacer.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
I actually caught a little snippet of this news.
Right.
It was Joe Biden, and he was on the news, and I ain't seen it. I start to detach from some of the and I actually research your news.
Right.
Like I said,
right.
You can watch what comes on, but get the paper out, get the research out. Let me
get your phone out.
Get your phone out. You got Google, you got DuckDuckGo, you got all that. So anyways, I just happened to see Biden on the big screen. I was like, God Lord, he look like the Crypt Keeper over there, mother.
Look like the Tales of the Crypt tape.
But this is what he said though.
Right.
He said the question was asking him about him running in the election, and he's just like, he said, well, I gotta run against Trump. I gotta beat Trump. I'm like, what is this turned into? You're supposed to be running to help represent the
country,
people
right?
In the country.
People, right.
This ain't no. I'm telling you, yo, we gotta really pay attention. When our elected officials is the one that look like the Crypt Keeper, or one that look like.
I tell you, man, they used to have a thing on. I think it was like FanDuel or DraftKings when every time he goes up to Air Force One, is he gonna trip and fall, man? Did you see the one where he tripped and the whole bar, whatever that was sitting there watching it? They like right there. I think it's on one of my Facebook. There's so many, but man. And his reaction is slow, so you know what I mean? It's like, why would we want somebody their timing is off? He's like, almost 80 years old. Like, come on, that's like, his grandkids should be driving him around. I hope he's not driving no more.
So these are some of the questions that, like I said, I want to ask.
I just want to know I'm going to always bring up January 6th. To all Trump supporters, I'm going to always ask about January 6th. We cannot forget about that date when they stormed the Capitol.
Well, matter of fact, the young man that's coming on, that's one of the things that I said. I said, I want to get different viewpoints.
Right on.
So if you was at that thing,
was he there?
Nah, I don't know.
I know that was frightening on both sides.
I think, I just got permission to put this on somebody's page, so I want to make sure I do that. Bridget just texted me.
Okay. She reached out, so that means she's watching then.
Yeah, she's watching. So boom. But I get to my point in a moment. Hold on, this is live TV, folks. So like I said, this is a call-in number. You got something to say, something you got to get off your chest when you talking about solutions for the youth. And we'll start.
We need solutions for the youth.
Here you go, Bridget Barnes. That's her name.
That's what the youth like to hear. They like to hear that noise. They like that. That's the shotgun clock. Cocking a gun. That's what they. That's.
You shoot a three-point at somebody's face.
I'll tell you that. I like what I hear. That game last night with the Lakers and Phoenix, man.
Fake.
Well, I want to hear what you would. Cut the boy Reeves one off.
No.
Cause you see, you know what I trip on? How much power people don't pay attention to how much power LeBron James had, man. They get a coach kicked off the sideline when they played Houston the other day. That was so. Then yesterday with him, I'm watching him and Booker do the basketball. Remember they played with a stained basketball. Remember that's what the commentary kept saying, the broadcaster kept saying. I was like, yo. I thought it was good, man. That was a good game. Now tomorrow will be the semis, the Lakers versus the Pelicans. But first, before that, it'll be Milwaukee Bucks versus Indiana Pacers.
Oh, she watching right now.
Yeah,
I'm trying to share it, but she's already on there. So yeah, we give a shout out. I say it again.
Bridget.
Cannabis health information education 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. there on 222 Arsenal Road on Sunday, December 10th. Come on out, Ptah Shakur. I'll be out there. Other individuals, you're gonna have some free giveaways and stuff like that. If I got a moment, I'll go ahead and share before we close out. Now you got me talking about some the darn game, and then I get to what I want to talk about. That was fake. That whole call at the end of the game.
When the ball rolled,
he smacked the ball out of his hand. He called a timeout. You can't call a timeout. You ain't got possession of the ball.
There was a lot of fraudulent stuff going on. There was a lot of fugaziness.
They playing with M's on the line and all that type of stuff.
Right. All the players gave up $500,000. So like you said, some M's on the line.
They give up money?
Yeah, the win. This is the first NCAA tournament, which I'm very still lost and confused on.
Me too.
Because one game will be a tournament game, and then the next will be regular season games. So I'm kind of lost. But yeah, man, it's the first in-season tournament. I think each player gets $500,000 if they win. The winner of the tournament, each player gets an extra $500,000 something.
And if you lose, what? You don't.
I guess you just start.
Gotcha. But yeah, that was fake. That made me mad. No, I don't got no problem with LeBron and the Lakers or whatever, but I just thought, hey, come on, you got instant replay. The ball was clearly the dude who had it from Phoenix, had the ball. He's going to put it up. It was going to be tied.
I thought it went out the bounds, too.
Right.
When the ball rolled, when the boy stopped the ball, it looked like it touched the line a little bit.
So, touched the line.
Oh, he's a Laker hater. Hey, I just like LeBron. I'm a 76ers, so.
Him and Brownie need to go somewhere. He can go to the Sixers. But let me finish this thought. Let me get this verse out of my lungs real quick. That about the young man. Like I said, he's going to be coming on. We're going to pose these questions. I've been in a lot of different rooms of people talking about the future, and everybody in there got gray hair and hair growing out of their ears. You know what I'm saying? We got to have youth in attendance, at least.
Right.
How we making this future? We ain't gonna be there.
Right. Nobody from the future there attending.
So he's gonna be here. So this young guy's gonna be on tomorrow. We're gonna hit it. I'm gonna ask him about climate issues. Next week. Next one. Make sure you stay in tune. Put your youth in the front. And see a role model. I'm telling you, the boy is sharp. Like I said, respectful to a T. He's doing wonderful things in the health industry.
What's his name again to the people?
Here. I don't remember his last name. I got him down as nephew. You know, everybody call me Unc.
So they call me Unc.
Yeah, so he's going to be on. I'm going to ask him about this AI. I'm going to ask him about Trump and Biden. But most importantly, I'm going to ask him about age restrictions.
Ooh.
For political office. Is it time that we get out? Family, let me know. Let's put a comment in there.
What's the age, like 40? 45 or I forget.
We can ping pong it back.
I forget. I would like it to be like 30.
What point do you start getting seen now?
I would like it to be like 30, like 33. I would get some young people up in that offices and stuff. It's in a way. Cause all the ones that's already in there, they're the ones that've been brainwashed and taught everything that they're speaking.
Yeah, a lot of them, and you already know how I roll. I told you about the industrial military complex. If you think your presidents is the ones that's running the country, you're sadly mistaken. We've been off of the Constitution. We is not operating in that Constitution since the 1950s. You won't believe me? Go ahead and see Eisenhower's last address when he spoke about.
What's that, like 1950?
We're getting around to it, and so this is the solution. This Illuminati, this world, this cabal, and all that, it's on its way out. Right. So I'm preparing for it with the replacement. What's the replacement? We gotta have a way, and this was just popped in my head.
Something just popped in my head just now too.
If we want to keep the same position, I'm gonna ask them. We don't want to do age restriction. Okay, you want to have old people? Make it mandatory that each Democrat, Republican candidate or whatever, you gotta have a youth. You know how you got the president and then you have your running mate.
Yeah, like a youth African or something.
You gotta have he's gonna be the president. It's gonna be 3 things on the ticket. It's gonna be the president, it's gonna be a running mate, and it's gonna be a youth
Advisor.
Youth advisor. Dang,
That's
there
a
you
good
go.
one. Youth advisor.
Everybody else got advisors.
Yes.
When you go to war, what you do? You bring your military advisors on. You don't bring the dude that's growing plants.
Me and Billy, we had Billy cousin, my cousin Billy, but we had talks like this before. You know what I mean? Like, they need somebody young in there. You know, so it's like it should be a demand. Like how they bring shows back by popular demand, they should put some youth advisors as a popular demand.
Now I do want to kind of and like I said, in the youth, they rock with me. A lot of the information that I'm sharing when I'm speaking about this shift that's going on. Because believe it or not, like I said, this is the time that we're living in the scriptures.
It's a good time to be alive.
It's the greatest time to be alive. Anybody who's pulling air right now, I got tremendous respect. I don't care what your letters are, or who you voted for, or who you didn't vote for. The fact that you're here physically incarnated on this planet right now just shows that you got a tremendous duty to do.
Right on.
This time is not for no slackers.
Right.
This is a real time. And so when I talk to some of the youth, they understand this shift of energy that's coming. And what I mean, and if you see that on the screens right there,
I was going to say, what is this?
These are signs of a spiritual download.
Okay.
Meaning that a lot of people, we've experienced this thing. Let me know if you've been experiencing any of these things. Number one, do you experience tingling at the top of your head? Number two, ringing in your ears.
Ringing in the ears all the time.
That's a common, but people, we have a...
and in the head too.
People say, ringing in your ears, or there's somebody talking about you.
Nah, I always joke and say they messing with my frequency.
That's frequency. When you hear that ringing in your ears, that means that you actually are downloading frequencies into your physical brain. I'm telling y'all what's powerful. Before we close off for the WRTC, I've got a little closing I'm going to do. If you have an aha moments where like you finally get to the point where like, you might be even just sitting there in your car and you're like, dang, that's why that person treated me that way.
Right.
That's why my dad said that to me.
Now it makes sense.
That's why my father did that to me. And even like I was saying about the youth, we can't coddle them.
No.
You gotta understand that when we have too much compassion,
and we can't hold their hand either.
No, it's like look at nature. When you a bird, right? Yeah. When the bird comes, they'll feed you. Little bird open their mouth. You regurgitate and you vomit the food in it. And eventually, you know the bird like, all right, I'm gonna keep chewing up the food for you. But there's a point when you gonna have to get out that
That's
nest.
one bird. I forget what name of the bird. They sit there, they're up on top of the mountain, and they get to that point where the mom's like, okay, it's time to see what's up. But so they gotta go off the ledge, and some of them try. You know what I mean? And some of them don't make it to the water, but they say you get good when you land into the water. It's on Planet Earth 3. Mm-hmm. That show, I watched all that stuff on the BBC channel. So it's like when they was talking about the bird, I forget the name of it.
So I'm gonna do a little thought experiment right now. Just visualize and imagine you a baby bird, if you can. You sitting in here high on top of the nest, tweeting away. You get a little big, now you got all that. You got some wings and you moving around. You might just slap somebody with a wing, playing around. Okay. Then you got the eagle or your mom come on. Right, you gotta get up out of here, and you look down and you be like, what? Yeah, trust and believe. And then you have all these outside individuals. You got the internal foundation and the makeup and the technology to do what you got to do. That bird is scared. I remember, I'll be honest with you. I still kind of know how to swim. A lot of us, you know how to swim?
I do. I just CA taught us everything, man. Christmas time. I know you don't like that story. You don't like that story. You always say that every time I say that.
But that's trauma, though.
Right.
Facts,
PTSD, right.
That's trauma. But anybody who's listening out, and then shout out to Sharif, because Sharif know about this. When we dealing with mental trauma, you know, different things that happen. My trauma was swimming. I was scared to death. You wouldn't find me in the water.
I was like a fish. I told you who taught me how to swim. Mm-hmm. Reno and Miss Loretta Claiborne.
So for me, I can definitely empathize with that bird when they say, okay, now you gotta get up out of that. Like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But just the mind and how strict with fear that particular bird is when that bird do take off, and then what? Man, you might take a little, whatever. Then in a couple of days, the majestic. We look at birds and be jealous half the time. Like, man, I wish I was a bird over there flying.
Right. I know I do.
Bird, you can look down like you ain't on this level.
Right.
But you only can get to that level if somebody pushes you.
Right.
To that level. So stop coddling these kids. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be mad at you.
Get their breasts out their mouths, man.
They gonna be mad. You gonna get attitude. You might get a door slam. You gonna say, like, you gonna have to get that job. You gonna get up out the house. You gonna have to go. You gonna have to
some parents will leave army brochures and stuff underneath their pillow. Like the tooth fairy come, they gonna wake up the next morning. Soon they turn 18. Soon they graduate. Hey, that army, the Marines and all that stuff gonna be up under your pillow.
Respect. But the thing is, the key point, and if you got a young person, if they not listening, then you tell them before they go to bed. They gotta live scary. Fail early, fail often. You know what I mean?
Say that again.
Fail early, fail often. Anybody between the age of 15 to 25, you better get out there and start failing.
Better take that chance, take them chance, jump off the ledge. Sometimes you gotta jump off the ledge to know the ledge.
And a lot of them, I tell them, I'm like, well, you ain't nothing to fear but fear yourself. I mean, you might fail at something. You 20-some years old. Who in their right mind thinking you gonna understand something the first time?
They're not gonna get it on the first trip, man.
Nobody gets nothing on the first time.
No. Anything in life, you might get a lucky story or somebody, you know what I mean, on the first crack.
I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell this to anybody who's out there that want to be a business owner, regardless what age that you get. Factuals. If you look at the greatest billionaires, Walt Disney, this dude went bankrupt 6 times.
I say 6 times.
Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, he ain't make it till he was in his 40s. So that
a lot of them didn't make it till when they was in their 40s too. A lot of people.
That's when you really get that wisdom.
Yes. Now I think it's like right now that our soul age right now 4 or 5.
I'm in my prime.
I'm 4 or 5. So and plus I always got 4 or 5 is 9. Mm-hmm. So once you re-9, you reborn again.
Facts.
So it's like now my brain is like. You know what I mean? Reset now, but now it's more stronger and like more sharp, like more like a lot of wisdom up there.
We giving out education and motivation to everybody. If you young, you got that motivation. If you 45 and older, you still in your prime. You look good. You know. Don't let nobody tell you. You might got a little bit of gray hairs going on, but that don't mean nothing. Hey. You got that wisdom.
Right.
That wisdom requires you to be able to go in motion much faster. You could achieve something in 3 months when before it took you 3 years.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying?
I know we're getting ready to sign off on this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finish this whole spiritual downloads. A lot of the youth, if you are not experiencing anything on this particular screen, ask your youth, and I promise you they are. So what is that? That's the aha moment. That says heightened intuition. Like you just know something gonna happen. I took my son to the movies the other day. There was a penny outside, just right there on the ground. I kicked the penny, and the penny went flying around. I told him, I said, I bet you that penny says 1983 on it. He said, no, you ain't. But bet $10. We went there, was looking for that penny. Picked that penny up, it was 1983. Play little games like that. Get some deck of cards out. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Oh, that's a heart. That's a club. Play with this. This is fun. We're moving into a whole new spectrum of energy. If you want to move into it, you experience abundance. If you're going like, oh, Ptah Shakur is saying some weird stuff. That bro weird. He not saying nothing. Nah, you weird. You need to move on with it. So,
get outside the box.
You notice increased creativity. When you notice increased creativity, you want to do stuff different. So if you're hanging around the same old people with the same old mentality, you want to change your dress up. You want to change how you look. You want to change how you interact. You want to change what you eat. Knowing that the people in your circle, if your people don't want to go with you,
people, places, and things, man,
they don't want to roll with you. You better divorce them. Go find what's said in the scriptures. Say
wash your hands.
One was taken in the field. Two was in the field. One was taken. One was left behind. This is that separation time. So if you got that creativity, go on motion with it. Nobody want to keep doing the same thing. You have powerful, clear decision making when before you was unclear. You a sudden dramatic changes in the way you view the world. Yo, I go out and we gonna go out to the woods, yo. We gonna go out and
I'm ready for that.
I never cared to chill out in the woods like that.
No,
I was always looking for the lights and the flashiness and all that other
stuff. I tell you, lot 12. I want to take you there.
Yeah, I need to go.
A lot of stuff down there from the Indians.
So for everybody who's going to be signing off, this is Ptah Shakur, Peace Eloheem. Like I said, this is every single hour of power. We're going to be here. This program is meant to inspire, enlighten, inspire, and educate and motivate. We are going to have a next guest coming on. And then we got a wonderful guest leading all the way up until the Halloween holidays. So if you're logging on, love and light, I'll ask everybody to find that heaven on earth. When you find that heaven on earth, share a little bit of that with the reflections around. And let's start to turn all these cards on the table upside down. Right. So we can start. We got to build this heaven on earth. Yes. Ain't nobody coming for us.
Heaven is what you make it, and hell is what we go through.
Facts. So you got to do that. But for everybody who's sitting there rocking and rolling on the still on YouTube, I got a message for the youth. Perfect timing.
Word.
Yes, let's go.
That was a good one.
Now listen.
All right. Yes. I'm about to take my green shades off too, because I know it's fitting to get deep.
So now we can get family. We can get deep.
The sound effects is rolling today.
That's what I want to say.
Let's go.
First of all, love and appreciation to Brother Sharif. You know, this program, I had this opportunity to be on this program. I love watching this program and just sitting on it, you know, and just being in the seat.
Right.
You know, and we share love for history.
Yes.
And reading.
Our ancestors, man. History, period.
We gotta read, and so I've been put onto some really deep literature, so I only think it's my duty to pass that information on. Now this is a small excerpt. I'm actually on Monday there's a Ptah Shakur Speaks program. It's done from the same studio here from 8 to 9. Please check that out. You want to call in, that's fine. I don't even push nobody to call, honestly, because it's all about me just trying to get it out. Just trying to squeeze this out. Content for days. Check me out on YouTube. Ptah Shakur Speaks. You're not going to
subscribe that page too.
Like, subscribe. We 85. We're about to go to 85,000. This information needs to get out to everybody who wants to better themselves.
They subscribe them rap artists and stuff like that. Come on, man. Subscribe my man too.
We got even the form of what to eat. Now I got some real good information coming up in January. I ain't gonna let it sleep out, but there's a business venture that is going to be popping up the first in the beginning of 2012, and I'm going to be very, very excited to give you share that opportunity.
2024.
2024. Yeah, it's
still multiple by 12.
So this is how we were saying about failure.
Right.
Let me hit you with this. You will discover. Now I start from this. This is called The Secrets to Freedom and Success by Napoleon Hill. I didn't come up with this. Napoleon Hill. Go ahead and check that out. So what he speaks about, so-called failures are usually nothing more than a signal to rearm yourself with a new plan or purpose. Say that again. So-called failures. There's no such thing as failures. So-called failures. It's all about how far you were going to keep going. All of that means is that it's a signal to let you know, ooh, I need to come a whole nother way. I need to come sharp. I need to come harder. Most real failures are due to limitations which men set up in their own mind. If they had this courage to take one step further, you would discover discover your error. Will you abandon your quest just before reaching success when you're only 3 feet from goal? What I mean by that, a lot of us in a little bit of an older ages, we tried to do stuff. You know, we try to get a business. I got it. You try to do a business and it failed. I got you. You try to write a book and you never seen it through. We all got that things.
Right.
Self-included. You try to do a workout plan and it falls by the wayside. But understand that the results of what you're looking for, normally when we quit, we're 3 feet from gold. So imagine if you go in the middle of the El Dorado and you over there chopping trees down and you over there spelunking and you doing Indiana Jones and you doing all that. And then you get to that point and said,
get right here.
Most of us,
line and
we was right there. In our minds, we thought that, well, shoot, that's on the moon.
Right.
It's 3 feet. So what this massive motivation that I'm sharing with you is keep it up, keep persistent. What it is that you want outside yourself, it's a guarantee that you're gonna get it. Guaranteed, there's no doubt. If you can see it in your mind, you can see it in your hand. This is just all mathematics. Everything is about energy. When I say how powerful you are, what I mean by that is that you have an interaction with everything around you. Check double slit theory. I'm not gonna go into that right now. What that means is that whatever your goals is, you put that out, it will come back to you. Make sure, and there's science to this. Some people call it law of attraction, the secret. These are laws and principles of the universe. Why this was never taught in schools,
I don't know.
It befools me, but you best believe Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, they know all the stuff that I'm speaking right now. You all might be laughing at me like, he don't know what you're talking about. Nah. These millionaires, they know. So within that, understand that, like I said, if you have it in your mind, you definitely can achieve it. You just gotta fine tune how you do that, and I'll go through that on another different episode. But for this particular purpose, what I want to share with you, that it's just 3 simple things. It's almost like when you started when you was young. We all brushed our teeth, right? Your mom said, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth.
In the morning before you go, when you wake up and at night before you go to bed.
It was an action.
Sometimes it was after each meal.
One simple action, brush. Then the next thing you know, you do it and it becomes a habit. Listen up. Once you become a habit, then your body consciousness automatically takes over. So the question we got to ask ourselves, what are our habits? If we have a habit of keep quitting, then we won't be able to access what it is. There's a universal law that gives you whatever that you want. So if you want something, you can definitely kind of move out on it. But there's these 7 major things to keep in mind that will give you spiritual, mental, and physical freedom. I need y'all to listen up. Number 1, definiteness of purpose. Choose a purpose, a grand desire, a goal, and move forward relentlessly. If you're imagine this being on a bridge and you just taking gasoline and you just burning that bridge behind you, well, you won't even have an opportunity to go back. You gotta have definiteness of purpose, and that's why I love the idea for what sports represents, because you definitely can see it in sports. You see Kevin Durant, he's there, 6 in the morning with that shot.
Practicing it.
How do basketball players get so good? It's habit, because it started with an action, dribbling the ball. Then you keep doing it again, to the point where it comes to what they call
embedded into your brain.
It's called muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory. Yep.
That's what they train you on war. When you go into the Navy SEALs or whatever, and this is go back to with the youth or whatever. You got to do something. You sitting around the house, like you said, you get that military flying underneath it.
Yeah.
Go for it. You'll learn how life. You see people come back from the military. They change.
They change, like, man, a whole lot there.
They be locked in.
They locked in. They know what's going on.
And then they take that knowledge. They start a business. They'll do this.
They'll put it into their life.
That. It's all transferable.
So
for one, make sure you have that. Make sure you have that definite purpose. Number 2, mastery over yourself. Discipline equals freedom. If you're driven by impulses all your life, you'll go nowhere. You'll be a drifter. You gotta have mastery over yourself. How you do that? Sometimes you gotta, what I call, you gotta kick your body's A. You gotta kick. Sometimes sitting there, I get too comfortable.
I say some people gotta get their head up off their shoulders, get that butt up off their shoulders. You know what I mean? Get their butt up off their shoulders, get their head up out there.
So I have little games with myself. I sit there, I'm like, I bet you ain't gonna bust out and do that 100 push-ups. I'm like, damn.
Or the challenge, 100 push-ups.
You gotta challenge yourself.
Gotta challenge yourself, yes, sir.
This is number 3. Learn from adversity. Understand that failures are just failures. Whether you learn from them or you let them stop you. Don't let them stop you. Like I said, temporary defeat, or you're gonna take a permanent failure. Right. It's all up to you. Understand who you hang around. Control your environment. What's that mean? If you show me your 5 friends will share with me your future.
You know what, Coach Stoner said to Dave Stewart one time, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And that was tough. I still take Coach Stoner, I take that from you. That's like in my man cave up on the wall.
Yeah, that's actual factual. So just understanding that you're gonna have to go to war with somebody.
Yes.
If you really want to be your authentic self, understand when you being your authentic self, you're going to offend everybody a little bit. You're going to be a little bit of an a-hole to everybody. You're not going to get along.
Right.
You know what I mean? Me and you, I love you, but I'm pretty sure there's some things I say that you don't agree with and I don't agree with. But that's cool. That's good. We still respect each other.
You can agree to disagree.
Exactly.
Each one teach one. Man.
But we still have the love for each other. But we want to, if I say I'm gonna better myself, I got your support and you got my support. So find people that help support me, the better version of you. That's the number one. Number 5 is time. Make sure you're utilizing your time wisely. And procrastination is when you open the door and you let the devil come in. Whoa, I ain't talking about the devil since I've been in this seat. Now have I? We talking about an influence that wants to take us back.
Hey, he's the one that's, like they said, he's right now, he creating these humans right now. The devil. Moving
things, they said that the devil got control of 98% of us walking around. We all got a little bit of.
Idle mind is the devil's favorite playground.
So if you procrastinate, if you got that business plan that you need to do, and I'm speaking to myself. I got a business plan that I need to do. And I got to come on.
Right on.
Come on, Ptah. You got to go ahead and make sure that you're utilizing your time wisely.
I just hit you with something that I wanted to show, since we're not on the, what's your name now? Like a lot of stuff that what we was talking about when you called in last week. Mm-hmm. All right. So it's a lot of stuff that's going around circling this internet, man. Like, they're not even hiding it no more. I just hit you one with I hit you the one with Jim Carrey, and I'm gonna send you the one with Cat Williams.
Okay, let me check it out now or later?
Check it out now, cause it could go into a conversation, man. Cause like I wouldn't even play it if they, you know what I mean.
Oh, you see, we can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
tell us not to. This is live TV, folks. You want to get part of the conversation? Go ahead and call in.
Call in.
Watching. And let me finish this last thing. So like I said, make sure you use your time wisely. Make sure that you when I finish what I'm saying, the 5 people that's around you, make sure that's part of your success team, not your failure team. And always think before you go in emotion. Use the best discernment. Yeah, this thing ain't popping up.
It ain't popping up. No, matter of fact, I sent it to you on Messenger. Yeah. I sent it to you on Messenger. And that's another one I sent you with the how they said, like I tell you, one person said they was on the island and they couldn't believe. They said they just saw, like, they knew it was a celebrity coming, and they said because they seen the big massive bodyguards and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when they came through here, they see the female with the big shades on and this like hat. Mm-hmm. And then they said that they was like holding her arm as they're walking. Then like 25, 30 steps behind, Jay-Z is with his bodyguard. So of course the person with the big shades was Beyonce. Right. And like the one thing I showed you, that I sent to you, it talks about how he keeps her all pilled up and stuff. And yeah, man. That's what I said. I sent you a lot of stuff, man. Cause you know, I like digging in the crates.
Yeah, you gotta. All this information. I'm a TikTok checker, so I said this on air, and people hit me up with that too.
I just started getting on the TikTok thing, right? I was rocking with the non-ether.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Like I said,
Jermaine Dupri. Now they sitting there saying the boy Daddy Mac from Criss Cross, he OD'd. They say he OD'd because of the trauma that Jermaine Dupri was doing to them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, you gotta look at the dark skin one. How he sat there and said how, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people talking about Beyonce because she
Man, they said she looked so crazy. They said, yeah, she
I
just
didn't know
looked like
that was at first. I thought it was Kardashian.
Yeah, so then the one time at the basketball game, I think that's the one. That one right there. That's the one.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. That's why you don't see Jim Carrey no more. Right here, when he does, he gonna see the sign he doing that. Mm-hmm. And see what he doing that. And you gotta hear it because the voice tells all. The tone of your people's voices can sometimes tell all. And
shout out to all the whistleblowers. That's
what he calls himself too.
We've been following the whole thing, and I said on this program even about Puffy. I think he's the Michael Cohen. He's gonna be that canary.
It's gonna be a lot of he don't write rhymes, he write checks, man.
People too sloppy. When you get that form of power, you
his bodyguard, the boy Gene or whatever. I sent you that one too. The bodyguard sister. Like he even Josh a little stuff. If you know those stories and stuff, and you put the ones and twos together, and he talks about how Puffy wasn't even supposed to be in the studio the first night that first time when Tupac got shot. Mm-hmm. Puffy wasn't even supposed to be in the studio, and then when you listen to it, you go back and listen to it, you hear little seeds and them was like they waiting for Pac, but mind you, Pac was talking all that ish, you know what I mean? Puff, Jimmy Henchman. Remember, so it was a lot of stuff, a lot of money was supposed to be involved, being paid, Pac owed, whatever. And, for some reason, Andre Harrell didn't like Tupac either. Mm-hmm. So you got Andre Harrell, Jimmy Henchman, and Puff Daddy in the office, in the studio, quad studio, whatever. I just seen it was weird. I seen something about that, and that's how they was like, they didn't even know Puff was dead.
Oh, Puff was dead?
Right, no, they ain't know Puff was dead, but Puff, that's how Puff had that whole thing. That's why he said Puffy set him up. And then you look at the one Vibe interview that Tupac was on, and he sit there and tell you that. He'll tell you that. He said, that's why he said, you and I know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Payback, I knew you went way back. Witness was strapped with Max, knew I wouldn't play that. That's why he said all that. Because they knew if you, like the boy said, you coming at him, he gonna take some and he's gonna give some. You know what I mean? Yes, so, yeah, man. I sent you a lot of stuff. Like with the music thing, because I know we're gonna end up bringing that music thing. We're gonna talk about some music again up in here.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring a little TV screen.
We still got to do that list. We still ain't even finished the list. Remember we was crossing off the rappers?
Oh, the little tree, the little
yeah, because I still want to ask people out there that's on there.
Man, people off that list. Lyrical content people.
I want to ask people who's like, one day call in, who's underrated, who's overrated. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I came up with that question because it's like Drake and J. Cole's. Now they doing that EP together. Now they on tour together. Okay. I like that, and everybody look at Drake as being corny because he sings sometimes, but you gotta think all the stuff that he used to have a little beef and frictions with. Mm-hmm. Meek Mills squashed it. Mm-hmm. Everybody that he had friction with supposed to have been squashed. You know what I mean?
That's some real man stuff.
That's what I said. That's why I'm starting. Now he's starting to grow on me.
I mean, that goes to what we were saying about the youth. I used to be, like I said, Christmas Adams doing basketball and things. So that's half the time what you're doing when you was breaking up fights.
Yeah, so I can't wait for next week, man, with Jay Beard. Because Jay Beard, he been up there at the Christmas Adams.
Jay was in the trenches with me.
Yeah, so Jay knows, man. Mm-hmm. Jerry, what's the big, what's the layout, Aaron? You know what I mean? Aaron Beard, like them big angels. You know what I mean? All the beards played a role in a lot of our lives up through that CA.
Yeah, and they'll put it all in their mama too.
And CA is abbreviation for Christmas Addicts. A lot of people don't know who that is. Watch that Boston Tea Party, that war, man. He was the first person to die in that war.
Yeah, I actually had a newspaper. I ain't bring that one. Yeah, Christmas Act opening up that new African American Heritage Center.
On George.
Definitely check that out. Yep.
Coming on George, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, I can't wait for decisions to be cut on that, so I can see that.
Yeah, tremendous things are being done in the community. So we want to hear from you. If you know of something tremendous that's going on in the community that we need to be aware about, maybe I don't know about it. I share the one. I try to share some love with Bridget. So if you got a party or something, you got an event that's going on to, promote something, throw an email, ptahshakur@gmail.com. My battery about to die. ptahshakur1111@gmail. I'm actually on Instagram.
1111, angelic numbers, I like that.
Or on Facebook. Like, subscribe, like I said, send
even
questions.
on that YouTube channel too. Please don't forget. YouTube.
I got some deep content, some stuff I can't say here. I say on there. And I'm a YouTube TikTok checker. There's a lot of information coming on.
TikTok.
Dealing with the government, dealing with knowledge, dealing with who you are and how powerful
dealing with the facts, the truth.
The facts, the truth. So some of it, understand the enemy of truth. He'll throw stuff out there
to curve you,
just to curve you real quick, and then you be like, oh yeah, this is all dumb. Nah, it all ain't dumb.
You can deny the lie, but you can't deny the truth.
Would you stop eating fish because it got bones in it? No.
Can a fat man dance?
Heck yeah.
Heavy D.
My mom loves Heavy D. I ain't never going to shout out to Mecca Malal, who popped up on the page.
I seen that. That was like the first one, the first comment.
Peace, blessings, and abundance. I don't know who the God is, but yeah, appreciate it.
Peace.
We getting all out there. So yeah, we about to go ahead and shut it down. You got something you want to share before we go?
Hey man, man, just stay alert, man. Pay attention. So I keep saying, pay attention. Don't be afraid to look up. Look up at that sky, man. There's a lot of stuff going above your head, and I mean that literally. Not saying that stuff. Oh, that went over his head. Nah, it really is going over the top of your head.
That's
and you just
one of the signs of people awakening. You even want to get out into nature. You just want to step away from the rat race. Step away from the drama. You around a bunch of drama seekers. I got something in here that's real deep to talk about.
Man.
I'll give it to somebody.
Shout out to my mom, man. Dr. Green, love you, mom.
Man, we got some holiday seasons going on, so we make sure, that's what we're here. We're trying to make some positive programming. I know a lot of us are dealing with, we lost individuals through COVID or for other occasions, and so when you hear about the holidays, some people it's all smiles and rainbow, but some people it's just a reminder of like, man, there was somebody that was supposed to be in a couple of seats. You know what I'm saying? So deal with the mental illness. You know, we're here to help everybody kind of tap into some of that.
Hey, people that got mental health problems, man, you're not alone. Call in here, hit us up, PC Eloheem on Facebook. You got Ptah Shakur on Facebook. You know what I mean? Hit us up, man. You got Brother Sharif on Facebook. You know what I mean? So, yes. Shout out to all them people that's going through mental health, man. You're not alone.
Right. Shout out to all my youth athletic directors, coaches, the ones who go out and get the mouthpieces, the moms that be out there selling the brownies and
the sports mom, the sports mothers.
What would you be without the sports mom?
Like the one. I like the one female. She called herself a momager.
Yeah.
Like the manager, she's a momager. I like that. I dig that.
We need momagers. We need some dadagers too. Don't let them. Don't let all moms get all the glory. You know what I'm saying? So we all got a role to play. Make sure we support our youth.
Oh, support always, man. Support the youth and especially small businesses.
Tell your child today if they're not around and they're not gonna answer the door, text them. Tell them you love them. Before this day is over, tell somebody. Tell your young person. You can tell anybody, but like I said, I'm a youth advocate. I ain't really a daughter advocate.
Even when they wake up in the morning, tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them.
They blessed that you won't, because a lot of people won't wake up tomorrow.
They might look at you weird. You might even feel weird.
Right.
Do it.
Say it, man. And say it with something like you really mean it. Don't just say, "What's up? Good morning, love." Or "Good morning, babe. Love you." Or "Good morning, son. Good morning, daughter." Like say it with some like with some feelings. Don't none of that plastic love.
We all got parents that ain't here no more.
Right, and they taught us well. But a lot of the parents that was on,
you just wish that they here. So shout out, and even for the young person, if you even got your parent, you know, they might say things that you don't like, you know, but they got to, because they want to see you. They want to see you glorious down the road, and just like that bird kicking that bird out. When that little bird was falling down, he was thinking that he was calling that mom bird all type of names.
Yo, tweet.
Then, I see. Man, what would it be? Imagine you a grown eagle and you just stuck in this little nest. That's your whole world. You can't abundance in the world. So, anyways, this is all light and love conversation. Make sure you check us out next Monday for the Hour of Power. We're gonna have some real deep conversation and some guests who are gonna be going into this. So I asked everybody out there.
But before you just say that, do something tomorrow that your future self would thank you later for.
Yeah. Most likely is gonna be something scary. It's gonna be something different.
Yes, that's my and we'll go ahead and finish what you're saying, because yours is deep, bro.
So like I said, everybody out there, number one, you are responsible for yourself. Consciousness only knows yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody.
Gotta love yourself before anything.
And to be easy on yourself. We all got transgressions.
Don't be so hard.
You know what I mean? You'll be surprised when God look down on you. Nobody lives the perfect life. We ain't come here for that. There ain't nothing you gonna see is perfect. You can try to draw a circle. You ain't never gonna draw a perfect circle with your hand.
Unless you got that.
You gonna need a cheat.
What's the thing that they had at school? You had to put the plane in the paper and then you spin the top. Get that 360.
Nothing in creation that you're gonna see is perfect. Everything has. You look at a person there. One eyeball looks different than the other eyeball. You're not even perfect.
The left, yeah, right. And even the big toe.
You're not even.
Even your right toe's bigger than your left big toe. Your right big toe is. That's all. I remember they used to say that back in the day. Yeah.
So what I say all that to say is that be easy on yourself.
Right.
You know, imperfection is part of the plan. It's all about learning, developing, becoming a better version of yourself. Love yourself regardless. Love your shadow self. You understand? We all got two portions of us. You got this part and you got this part.
I'm the Gemini, so I must go.
you was built with it. You already know. So find that unconditional love for yourself, and then, you know what I mean, seek a heaven on earth where you want to go out into nature, go out and experience something different. Stop all the drama, rah. Stop all the desperate housewives and all that other stuff. The time is over with. Peace of mind is the order of the day. And when you find that peace of mind, I ask you all to share a little bit of that love and peace with everybody outside you. Just a couple. I ain't asking nobody to be Gandhi or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Just share with a couple people.
Or even Ptah Shakur.
Yes. Little bit, share. Everybody wants to do it. If we reach this one individual, that's all that matters. I'm going to bed smiling on my face. So
I mean, we did remember the young fella that came on. We had him on. I think he was on here twice. I forget his name. He came. He came. He came in and said that. Remember, he was in a dark spot.
Yeah.
And he listened to our show. Yeah, hey, listen to it. Hey, man, I was brave, man. You don't even know how that.
No, that's facts.
Even my man Tom Beatty, shout out to my man Whoop. You know what I mean? He sat there, pulled up on me. We going down Duke Street. Yo, man, I like what y'all doing, man. It's a good look.
For real?
Yeah, man. So it's like it's getting out there, man. People are noticing. People are saying. You know what I mean?
Respect. Like I said, find that unconditional love. Share a little bit of that with one or two people if you're over the age of 30. I trust and believe you got some type of knowledge to share with these young people. Stop being scared of them. Open your mouth. They're not gonna hurt you.
We all got a story to tell.
You know what I mean? And then with that, everybody express this love and light. So until next time, this is Ptah Shakur. Peace to Eloheem. Love and light to you all.
Yes.
Let's go, man.